Yeah, this is the secret spot of the board. You miss it here sometimes, but that's like super sneaky. Alrighty. So this is probably like, we should really do a photo guide. I don't know if this is gonna be a fingerprints ghost or not, but we already got 2 of the photos. Like basically the photo system is a complete, how do I explain it best? Like, it's super advanced for the photo system. Every single photo is counted. There's no limitation to how many times you can take a photo. The only photo for which that counts is the ghost photo. The ghost photo cannot be taken multiple times, but is the most valuable photo. There's a hidden system. I could just make a guide right now. Okay, so basically there's a score system for photos. Every time you take a photo, you get a score for that photo, and at the end of the game, the score is tallied up, and there's like thresholds for how much money you get for a total score. This score goes between 0 if you take no pictures and 500, I think. Is it 500? Let me quickly check. I can even show you. I don't know if it adds if I show you where this is. Like, this is all information straight just from the code itself, because it was so confusing how it worked that we eventually figured it out this way. Let me quickly. I will summarize it all. So just take it in as I explain it now, and then I will summarize it properly at the end as well. But basically, there is, for every single photo, I'll just show you real quick. There's a score associated with each photo, and the score goes as follows. Where is it? Here. Each photo has a score. Now, the only numbers you should look at is this, which is the photo type, and this random range, which is the score that is assigned to each photo. Now, what do we see here? Ghost is the only photo that will give you a certain 100 points every single time, and it cannot be retaken. The other photos in descending order of importance are evidence photo, or the DNA photo, which is the bone. This gives you between 40 and 70 points. Then is the board photo. This gives you between 30 and 60. Then, if you have a fingerprints ghost, you should try to take as many fingerprints photos as possible. It is between 15 and 50. And after that, the most valuable photo is simply interaction. What was really surprising to me is that that dead body is the worst photo by far to take, with an average of only 20 points per photo. Whereas a photo of a phone that just rang is already an average of 30 per photo. So that's just like 50% better than a dead body, which makes no sense, but that's just what it is. So the other worst photo, which is actually sad for me, because I find dirty water to be one of those like, whoa, we got it objectives, but you should never take dirty water photos unless you have the dirty water objective. If you have the dirty water objective and you take a photo of it, then it gives you 10 objective points, which multiplied by 3 times gives you 30 total, which is already so much money. So you should always take it if you have the dirty water objective, but otherwise you should avoid it at all costs. So the optimal way to play, there's 2 ways to take optimal photos, which is, let's go back into the game. Since we have the board, reminding you, the order is ghost photo, bone photo, board photo, fingerprints, or interactions. That's all you have to focus on. So you always want to take a ghost photo, you always want to take the bone photo, you want to take the board photo if you can find it, and then you want to take fingerprints if you can get them, and interactions otherwise. Now, even if you take perfect photos, if you take ghost, should I move in? Is it quieter inside the truck? A little bit. So, even if you take ghost, bone, board, 7 fingerprints, which is the most optimal way to take photos. Truffle, thank you so much for the 10 gifted sub. What the fuck? Thank you so much. What the hell? Thank you guys. I'm just distracted by the fact that I'm trying to explain, but you are all still insane. Thank you so much. What was I saying? Yeah, if you take optimal photos, this is an EMF 4, by the way. Why do I... Butterflies, man. I get distracted like crazy. This is an EMF 5. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Or it's a poltergeist. So if you take optimal photos, which is ghost, bone board, 7 fingerprints, you only have a 25% chance, because it's a random range, right? You can get between 15 and 50 points. So you can get really unlucky and get like a bunch of low scores for the fingerprints. But there's a 25% chance, or like 26% chance, that you get 40 for photos. The maximum you can get for photos, which I'll show you here. So you have this score, right? This score between one range and another range. It will just randomly pick a number between there. Now, what does this score mean? This score has like certain thresholds. If you have 0 photo points, you get 0 money. If you have less than 50, which is like one interaction photo is at much 40, so then you have less than 50, but any photo already gives you 10, which is pretty good, so you should always try to take at least like the bone photo or something. And so that is the first tier. The first tier is if you have less than 50 points, you get 10. If you have less than 100 points, so over 50, you get 15. And then every 100 it goes up. So if you have over 100 points, you get 20. Over 300 points, you get 25. Over 400 points, you get 30. Over 500 points, or no, over 300 points, you get 30. Over 400 points, because it's like smaller than this. I don't know why he did it this way. You could just can I edit this? So it's less than 100, but bigger than 50. So this range is between 0. So if it is just flat out 0, you get 0. If it is below 50, you get 100. Below 100, you get 15. Below 200, you get 20. Below 300, you get 25. 400, you get 30. And the maximum amount of points you can get is if you break this one. If you can get over 500 points, which is crazy, like that's super hard to do, because the maximum you can get is 100 for the ghost photo, right? Let's go back here. You have 100 for the ghost photo. Then you have plus the DNA photo is 70 max, plus 70. Plus the board is maximum 60. And then fingerprints gives you at max 50, right? So plus 7 times 50. The maximum amount of points you can get is, oh, it's going to be mirrored, is 580. So there's only an 80 points range of like leniency between getting like being in this tier of 35 and being like perfect in the 40 tier. So it is very rare to get above 35. 35 should be what you aim to get every round, because 35 is definitely easily obtainable if you take the photos optimally. But so that's for fingerprints. If you replace fingerprints with interactions, it becomes oh, this is what we got one. It becomes 510. There's 510 for that is if you take perfect photos if you don't have a fingerprints ghost. That is super hard. There's only 10 points of you can stray away from the maximum. So basically almost impossible, I would say. It's like, I think it's 5% someone calculated. It seems even less likely than that. But yeah, very unlikely if you don't have a fingerprints ghost. So it's very important, if you do get a fingerprints ghost, to try and take as many fingerprints as you can. Because it'll give you like, it'll bring you up the tiers. But yeah, basically 40 is possible. You're not really gonna get it ever. You should try to aim for just filling out the book with as many interaction photos as possible, which is so this was like purely theoretical, right? You can skip past this point and I'll continue my gameplay right now. If this was like a little bit over your head, I'll just show you a way to approach the game right now. First, I found the bone and the board, right? That's your like go-to what you should do at the start of the game if you want to play optimally. And take photos of those, because those are always going to be... So this, I didn't take the board photo yet, so I'll go over there. Let's see. It is in the boys' room, I remember. We have EMF 5 because of the, like, increases here. This is an EMF, that's an EMF, this is an EMF. Like, if you see so many perfect spikes, like, you can already mark it in your book because there's no way. Let's take a UV, so we can see if it's fingerprints. Little Green, thank you for the gift sub. But yeah, also, as an additional advanced tip right now, a board photo, if you lay the board on the ground, like this, will actually very rarely count as a board photo. What you should do instead, you should pick it up and throw it straight up, like straight up. It'll stand on its, like, edge, and then you can take a photo, and it'll count just fine. So you should do that. Now let's go in here and see what we have. Do we have fingerprints? That would be great. I don't think we do. Yeah, it opened all these. No, we don't have fingerprints, but that's okay. That actually means that I can show you right now. We also don't have freezing, so it's not a revenant. Okay. Basically, what I like to do as my optimal strategy is take these two photos, bone and board, then the ghost photo, and then just start talking to the board over and over and over again to like, take interaction photos. Because every time you talk to the board and make it move, you get another interaction photo, which interaction photos are actually, like, one of the best, as we said. There's only fingerprints is better, but in this case we don't have fingerprints, so what can we do? We can't get it. Like, there's no... we can't force it, something that isn't there. Oh, it turned on that light. Look at that. So let's just play this optimally from here on out, and then I'll summarize it at the end. But yeah, this is, like, very advanced. If this goes a little over your head, the main point you should remember... I'm not saying that anyone is dumb. This is just, like, a lot to take in at one point, at one time. I'm not calling anyone stupid here. I had to think about this for a while. I came to wrong conclusions as well. It's just... You just have your own preconceived notions of how things work in this game because you've played it for a while, and now it's like, wait, you gotta, like, kind of digest how it actually works. But let's check for orbs, and then I'll take in 3 more tools. Also, another additional tip, I might as well share that here, because this is the special room in Tanglewood. This room, actually, you can have orbs that are impossible to see unless you use this very specific camera. You set it over here. You go into the corner, and you drop it like this. Wait, no, you gotta be a little closer to this. Hopefully I get it right. Oh, there we go. And now it'll shine through, hopefully. I don't know if I did it correctly. Yeah. So it should shine, it should clip through the truck, and then you can see the orbs that sometimes spawn outside of the house. I don't know why that's a thing. It feels like a bug that should be fixed. You can also just place it. I like this cam because it feels extra advanced. You can also just do this. If you don't want to be fancy, you can just do that. So yeah, I don't see any orbs here. Unless it was on the cam inside of the house. It turned on the light. Interesting. Alright, we're gonna just bring in the book. Bring in the spirit box. This might just be a djinn. Oh no, djinn would be orbs, never mind. But it's turning on the lights a lot, and it hasn't turned off the breaker yet, which made me think. Alright, let's see. Oh, another tip, you can drop this in a way that you can check it on the camera. Oh, that's an interaction photo, if I can quickly grab this. Where is it? Right there. Ooh. So, interaction, you can take them on the board, you can take them off of objects like this. Generally something you should try to do. Little greens, thank you. No, there's still no fingies, that is unfortunate. Let's get that spirit box, because I feel like it must be this. How old are you? Yeah, okay. So we got spirit box, and we got EMF so far, which means it's definitely, it's not a, so it's a djinn or an oni, which means it's probably writing because we didn't see any orbs. So let's see that book. Do we have writing in it yet? Alright, another tip, now whatever, we might as well just unload all of the tips, right? Since we're already doing it. A really good way to get writing is just smack both your books in there, because It's one of the few tools that will actually help. Like an EMF, you can have 2 EMFs in there, it doesn't really do anything. Because the EMFs are bound to the objects that are being moved. Whereas, for a book, if you have 2 books in there, there's more chances for the ghost to interact with the book and give you writing. So yeah, definitely bring both books in there. Let me move this scam, because it might still be orbs, honestly. We'll see. I don't know where it is. Please tell me that. Okay, I just got the interaction. I still need to get that ghost photo. I was just like, I couldn't see it because I dropped my flashlight. Oops. I think it was in the closet. Anyway, let's get this, shall we? Are we gonna see orbs, or... Is that writing? That's writing on the book. Yeah, look at that. You can see it from the cam. Okay, so we have an Oni here. Which means we can't get fingerprints. But that's fine. We just wanted to know that. Let's make sure we're not in dangerous territory, because I just wanna science here. I don't wanna risk anything. We need a photo of the ghost. Alright. Might as well go all out. I'll explain the... I'll summarize the main points about photos at the end of the video, but let's just continue with all the science. If you look at the objectives, what is important to look at is the second objective. Because the second objective, I don't know if this is a bug or if this is intended, but the second objective is the only objective that gives you experience. Now, except the first one, of course. So the first objective, getting the ghost right, gives you 50 experience points on small maps. The second objective gives you 120 experience points. It feels like it should have been 40, 40, 40, but that's not what it is. You only get experience for the second objective, and the third and the fourth give you absolutely nothing. So, that's just to keep in mind. If you see dirty water and you're alone, you might want to reset, because dirty water is a really substantial or a situational thing to get. Acid. Thank you so much for the gift subs. What the heck? You guys. Alright, let me, what do I need? Salt. I need salt. And Anna with the 5 gets and I need salt and I need smudge sticks. I can't speak. I can't work. I can't work like this. You guys are too kind. Thank you so much. Not. Oh, Elizabeth! What the hell? You're gonna keep me going, saying what? Why is this Oni not turning off the breaker? By the way, just saying. Let's grab this flashlight and let's smudge them. So, also for smudging, walk around the room, because smudges only work when you're close to the ghost. So you gotta be, if you walk around, you are more likely to be close to the ghost. So, you can take photos of books, as you probably know. Counts as interaction. Only take them once, because they don't count double. Let me get the other cam. That should be... Alright, we need to get another one. What's going on? We're just doing like a guide video that is mainly focused on photos, but I'm just thinking out loud, basically. Alright, the only objective we have left is the ghost photo. The name is James Martin. Let's piss him off. What's my sanity, so we don't die? 100%. Perfect. Clean. Let's bring in a crucifix, just in case. Oh yeah, another tip, which, for multiplayer, if you smudge the ghost during a hunt, he will walk away. He will change targets, basically. Which can be really helpful if you are, like, being almost killed by a revenant. It can come in really clutch, but I have not used it correctly myself yet. Acid, thank you so much for the gifts. Alright, James Martin, can you show yourself? Can you manifest yourself? Can you show me your presence? Can you give us a sign? James Martin, show yourself. Mal, thank you for the prime time. James Martin, show yourself. So I'm just standing, when I'm trying to, like, force the ghost to spawn, I'm trying to stand towards a corner of the room so that, if the ghost spawns on top of you, he will instantly disappear and do, like, a bunch of, like, a loud sound notification. I'm going to thank Anna for gifting me an emote, because what the heck? Oh, another one. I'm just getting. That's what I meant. You guys, what the fuck? Again. Thank you for all the gifted subs. I'm getting sabotaged here. I'm trying to explain things. Oh, well, there we go. I didn't even say anything. So that's the ghost photo right there. Make sure that you got it. Oh, what a beautiful man. What a beautiful man. You can also take a photo afterwards where the ghost despawned. And now I have 2 photos left to fill. So let's go outside for a second here. That was perfect. Assumption Raptor with the 500 subs of smoke. Okay. So what did I do here? I have all the optimal photos. I have Ghost, 100 points for sure. I have Bone, 70 points max. I have Board, 60 points max. And then I'm going to fill all the other slots with interactions. Now I have taken those throughout the game here. But if you have the board, you can do a way simpler strat to get the interaction photos. You can just go, how old are you? How old are you? And then take a photo of that. That counts as interaction. Now don't take it again, because you can't take it again. Lombi, thank you for the 5 gifts as well. Holy shit. Where are you? So there you go. Now my book is completely full. What does this mean? I have the best I could have done this round because I don't have a fingerprints ghost. So if you look at a book like this, you can be proud of yourself. You did optimal gameplay. You got the 3 situational photos, ghost, board, and bone. And then you filled it up with interactions that properly count. Now my book is full. What does that mean? I can't get any more money from photos, but what is actually the real 5-head play, if you do have the dirty water objective, you can fill up your book with these photos, as I explained them so far, and then you can take the dirty water photo, because the dirty water still counts towards the objective if your book is full, but it doesn't count for the photo points, because your book is already full for the photo points. You can only collect 10 photos for that, so you can fill it up, and then take the dirty water photo, which is like one of the worst photos to take, so you have both the objective and the book perfectly. So that's like a smart thing to do. And holy heck, Shaded with the 2... This is gonna not come up for a while, but Shaded just donated 200. Guys, I'm just... Help me. Thank you so much, Shaded. I don't know what to say, guys. Holy shit, Shaded. My goodness. Okay, so what did we do here? We got all of the perfect photos, and we could still take the ghost photo. Well, not the ghost photo, because you want that in the book, but the dirty water photo after. Let's see if our objectives are finished. Yes, because the ghost photo was the last one. So basically, at this point, we know what the ghost is. It is an Oni. We have taken the ghost photo. We have filled up our book. At this point, there's literally nothing for us to do. We have the perfect game here. Now, what am I looking at here? I'm looking at a 5% chance, which, if we can actually roll that 5% chance and get the 40 photo objective here, that would be sick, but we're probably not going to get that. We're probably looking at 35 here in terms of money, but that's still great. So let's go over, before we leave, one more time. I'll explain you. Whoa, my sanity was super low. Basically, how does the photo system work? Let me summarize it one more time, just like as a point you can return to. Every single photo has a random point range associated with it. You will get an amount of points between 20 and 40 for like interaction photos, any of them. 30, 60 for any board photo. 15, 50 for any fingerprints photo, etc. Here, you can look at this if you want. DNA stands for bone, by the way. What does this mean? You want to take photos in this order. Prioritize the ghost photo if you can. Don't take multiple ghost photos because they don't count, only once. But make sure to take the ghost photo. After that, always take the bone photo. Every single map has a bone. Sometimes it's hidden, and sometimes, in very rare occasions, it can spawn out of bounds or under objects, and it's impossible to find. But make sure to find the bone if you can. Then, if you have the bone, or if you have the board in your game, make sure to take that too, because that's a really good photo between 30 and 60, which is 45 average. Pretty good. After that, fingerprints if you can, which is situational because you don't always have a fingerprints ghost. But that's all you have. If you have them, it's better to take them. Now, this is lower than the 20 for interaction, but the max is 10 higher, and the min is only 5 lower. So still, this is averagely better than interaction photos, but it's harder to get, obviously. So make sure to take fingerprints if you can. After that, only interactions. Interactions are really easy to take. I would recommend if you have the board, just take them off of the board. That's the easiest way to do it. Take them off of objects. The only photo that I would avoid taking is the photo where the ghost does like this haze, where he comes into a ball of like air and comes at you. If you take that photo, there's like a 50% chance that it counts, 50% chance that it'll just not count it. Which, if you have an empty photo in your book, you immediately basically give up the chance to get 40 money. So definitely be sure to fill out the book if you can. Like, you don't want to leave any empty spots. You don't want to miss any photos. Besides that, the two main pointers here are dead body and dirty water. Never take them. They are the worst. Especially dead body is really strangely the worst, because I would think that is like a very clear evidence. Assassin Raptor, what the fuck with the 20 gift subs? Holy shit. Holy fuck. Okay, basically, oh, and the other one that also counts exactly like interaction is footstep, which is very rare to get this correct. I don't even know how to do it. You can take photos off of salt. The only reason you would ever take a footstep photo is if you're doing a photo randomizer and you want to get an extra item. But that's something that you can like, it's not, I would never recommend getting a footstep photo or trying for it, because you're usually going to miss it, and again, leaving empty spots in your book is bad, because it'll reduce your amount of money a lot. So basically that is it. Ghost, bone, board, interactions, and if you can, replace the interaction with fingerprints. That's the main gist of it. That is what I want you to take away, or that is what my goal is for this video, that you take away from it. Any of the other tips I explained during it are definitely, if you want to just watch the video again, go through them again, are very useful tips. But mostly focus on that. And the way to play. If you can find the board, you only have to take the ghost photo and finish the objectives. And then you can just take 7 pictures off of the board and you're good to go. I could have just, I didn't even have to take the book or like objects being moved or anything. I could have just taken all of this. But yeah, let's head out here. Also, I might as well, this is kind of a cheaty tip, but it's still a bug in the game, so I might as well show it. If you close this, so let's say I'm at 20% sanity right now, right? This is a cheaty cheat. I wouldn't use this one personally, but if you're in a pickle and you want to use this, you can close the door, you can pick up a pill, and you can start spamming it. There's a bug where you can just take infinite of it as the door is closing, and then you can open the door again. And now I've taken, basically, I think you can even throw it out at that point, but now I've taken from 20% sanity to 100% sanity with just 1 pill. So, I mean, if you want to use some cheeky strats, that's a way to do it, but might as well, since we're already going nuts to butts on the advanced tips here, might as well show some extra advanced tips. Any other things? Crucifixes, place them, they have a radius, so try to cover the entire room if you can. Salt, very important thing with salt, which is, especially if you have it as an objective, what I see a lot of people do is, okay, the ghost is in this room, spam the salt down all over the room. Never do that. If you only have to place 1 piece of salt in the room, and the ghost will eventually just step in that very easily. What you have to avoid is using all your salt in a room where the ghost isn't even actually at. Like, you can get baited by the ghost, like, if it plays the piano or rings a phone somewhere, it doesn't actually mean that it's walking around there. So, be sure to save some of your salt so you can actually finish off the objective. But yeah, I think that's mainly it. Oh, let's show this. Now that we're busy, might as well. I'll show you this bug that you can do with this, which is one of my favorite things to do. You can place the UV, the infrared sensor, And it'll trigger when you're close. Now what you can do is you can trigger it and then you can pick it up and toggle it into your inventory. And now it's on forever. I can just throw it on the floor and it'll be on forever. It'll never go up. It also doesn't work as a normal one anymore. But it's a pretty cool way to have like additional lights on the floor. I like it. It's just always on. Another very advanced tip, now that we're busy with this, is if you're against a Revenant or a Djinn, and the only way you can test that, because you have like a special challenge or something, is by watching them be fast during a hunt. It doesn't really work on this map, but on bigger maps, you can place 2 infrared sensors a certain distance apart from each other. Let's say we place this one here, and we place this one here. You can calculate the distance between these by using your own movement speed. So you can go like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. So it's like 4 seconds between these two. You can hide somewhere further down the hallway, and then you can get the ghost to hunt and see and count the seconds between the first being triggered and the second being triggered. If that is less than 4 seconds, it is a fast ghost. So it's either a Djinn or a Revenant. And you have to be very careful. A Djinn you don't have to be careful for, but a Revenant obviously is like the worst ghost of the game, so... That is like a very advanced strat to detect Revenants if that's the only thing you can do. I think that's basically it. A whole bunch of tips. Watch the video again if you want. There's a lot of stuff in here. I want to do a more, like... another guide. This was mostly focused on photos, but I kind of just went off the... I just kind of went off on all the things that I wanted to tell. But yeah, I hope you found that helpful. Also, oh no. One more thing that I want to show you. Let me grab this. How old are you? Okay, I want to bug out my... How old are you? Where are you? Okay. So, now, by alt-tabbing, there's a bug that can happen. This is more like a general tip. There's a bug that can happen that your game won't recognize your voice anymore. Right now, if I use my push-to-talk and I say, where are you? It just won't do anything. It won't respond. What you can do to fix this is alt-tabbing your game and then clicking on the game icon. You have to click on the game icon to fix your voice. If I now ask, where are you? Where are you? Wait, did I... Oh, there we go. Okay, I was about to say what. Now I fixed my voice. This is how you fix it in the game. Especially if you're playing solo, you might have a very... You might think a ghost is very passive because your voice is not working. So you should make sure to alt-tab and click on the game icon if you have a feeling the ghost is being very passive for some reason. Make sure that your voice is actually working. Alright, I'll promise that was it. I hope that was very helpful. Alright, let's go face our... I hope I filled it in. There we go. So that was 35. We only had a 5% chance to get the 40, which we didn't. But that is 265 in solo play. Is like a very consistent amount of money you can get. You can get 10 for insurance on solo play. It just happens basically every time you try to solve the quest. I don't know what triggers it personally, but it just always happens. It doesn't happen when you like open the gate and immediately leave. There is some condition to it. I don't know what it is, but you always get it. It doesn't multiply, by the way. You don't get 30 for it. You just get 10 flat. But still, it's cool to have. Yeah, that's why solo play gives you more money than multiplayer, but it's also slower because you're alone, right? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you're not subscribed, please do so. This is basically... I don't usually do these guides. I explain what I'm thinking all the time. I like to use these tools. I like to have a lot of tools in my belt, because then you can, like, put random challenge restrictions on yourself, make the game harder, do something like a photo randomizer. I could do like a tier list for challenges that are fun to do if you want to advance your own Phasmophobia skills. I think that could be a cool idea. As my question, because we always ask a question for every video, I'm really curious, what is your preferred way to watch Phasmophobia? Do you like me playing solo, or do you like to watch me playing in a team? let me know, because I saw both opinions in the comments, so I would like to hear from you. I like both, so I'll probably keep doing a mix of the two, but I just want to know. Just want to hear it more statistically. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to check out more guides, there's more specific guides over here in the iCard. There's a guide playlist. But yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to get this video out there, you can also like it. You can dislike it if you found it very unhelpful. That also helps. Just like letting me know in general. Engagement, you know. So yeah. Bye, YouTube. I hope that was helpful. And thank you all on Twitch. You guys are crazy. If you want to be here, by the way, if you want to be one of these lovely people, you can join the stream every single day at 7 p.m. Central European Time. We stream live over at Twitch. You can check the description. There's a lot of stuff in there. My Twitter's in there. The stream schedule is in there. The Discord, if you want to join the Discord, it's an awesome place. We watch a movie there every single Saturday. But yeah, that was basically everything. There was probably some ghost-specific tips that wasn't in there, obviously, but yeah. A lot of information. Thank you guys so much. Sorry that I kind of ignored a little bit at the end. Let me go through it. Lamdell, thank you for the Prime. Miss Evil Dread, or Dead, thank you for the 2-month resub. Madison, thank you for the 2-month resub. Azikabu, thank you for the sub. Elizabeth, thank you for the gift sub. And I love you, U of Hunter, Pinkle Pie, Kira, and Acid Moose, all with the 100 biddies. Thank you guys so much. And Jake Knox with the 1500. Holy heck. I love everyone. You guys are crazy. Okay, also, now that I'm, I should have stuck on the other screen, but there's, for a small map you get 10 for Objective 1, for a big map you get 30, or for a medium map you get 30 for Objective 1, and for a large map you get 45 for Objective 1. Also, Assassin Raptor, what in the... 20 gifted subs again? Holy shit. Ah! Thank you so much. What the fuck? Okay, in terms of experience, okay, now that we're here, we might as well go over that as well. In terms of experience, 200 is the max, as I said. You get 50 for Objective 1, 120 for Objective 2, 30 for the bone. That adds up to 200. On a big map, on a medium map, you get 60 for the bone, 60 for Objective 1. Wait, is that true? You get 120 for Objective 2 still. And then you get... does anyone know the stats exactly? I don't want to say anything that's not... I know the max is 250 on a medium map, so that doesn't add up. What is the... Does anyone know? I know that... So, okay, the max is... Basically, the only things you get experience for is the bone, Objective 2, and Objective 1. So, you want to do those. The maximum experience for a medium map is 250. And the maximum you can get on a large map, which is only Asylum, you can get 300. So, keep that in mind. Generally, it's just the best to grind small maps if you want it. Also, everyone's going crazy again. Ski with the 1500 biddies and Undead Girl with another 10 gifted subs. Holy shit. Alright, we gotta stop this video before they go even more insane. Thank you, YouTube. Sorry for that long outro. Bye-bye. I hope you have a lovely evening. Have a good one. See you in the streams.